All right, good morning, good day, good afternoon. I hope you guys are doing well. African Crypto Warlord here. This is the 1 minute. Long story short, it's been about a month, a bit more, since I have done an analysis. I got banned on MEX. I should be unbanned on Friday evening, about 48, 52 hours from now. So all I'm doing today is I'm going to go through a general market summary, not necessarily looking for signals and giving signals, but I will tell you where my weekly target is. So let's say from now till Sunday, where I expect Bitcoin to hit. And yeah, and then we'll give you a 15-minute Laplace distribution cone. We have a 7-day cone and a 5-day cone. We'll have a look at both of them. I'll decide at the time when I look at both of them which one is currently more viable. It's been on a higher term time frame. It's been rather wicky to the upside here. So I'm going to go with more than likely the 7-day. All right. Okay, so let's just maybe draw where we left off. If it bounces here, it'll go there. If it fails here, it'll go there. More than likely break below that. If it gets above that, it's going up here. Okay, so let's do this. Full screen. Please go away, this thing. Okay, cool story. So we're going to start off on the 90-day, all right? I know a lot of people are posting bullish sentiment. This is BTC USD, just, what's it called? The normal crypto on TradingView. It's got the longest look back, all right? And what we're doing here today on the 90-day at least is our RO still negative since the last video? Yes, it is. What does that mean? Any pumps are going to be sold into. And it's negative with a hidden bear div, with a mean reversion to the downside. I'm guessing in 1 month and 13 days, the DLP starts to push to the downside. The only thing that's telling me that these could technically be a hidden bull div is this little tool here. I think it's APP or something like that. ALR, that's the one. No, yeah, I think it's ALR. Okay, ALR, does a hidden bull div, regular div, I don't really know, but she's very, very close to this mean over here. Obviously, it's going to need legs on like a 45-day, 21-day to make it hit first standard deviation, second standard deviation down. Furthermore, these red flashes, maybe you can see them, as soon as they start turning off, that's the continuation trade, okay? Price on the 90-day closing below $56,750, $56,750. Bang on, thank you. I'll be looking for 42, and as the rules state, more than likely back down to 31,402. This is very long. This is maybe till the end of the year, maybe even January, February, if the signal does pull through and it's a whole bunch of small candles down. Okay, 45-day, only going to be bullish on this, on Bitcoin. And if the 45-day, what's that? That's also in a month. Is that the 90-day? Yeah. So they print on the same day, the 45-day and the 90. So it'll be quite a significant print. Any holding above 64,303, sure, it's going to be quite hard to do that, but if it can hold above there, it's bullish. What we have seen previously, though, is the last 45-day candle, which is maybe just a couple days ago, came down, wicked into its reverse wave 10D over here, mean, bounced up. Okay, on 1 minute time frames, I look at that as quite a bullish scalp, but it doesn't always necessarily mean, I'd say like 2 out of the 3 events on the 1 minute that it does bounce off my reverse wave 10D, does it actually push through to the upside? So I'm going to be sitting on the 70% side that's saying, sure, it can bounce down, try again over here, but more than likely going to fail. But if it doesn't fail, 64,152, you hold above there, you'll have your hidden bull div put in on your RO. Your DLP is looking a little bit choppy on your RO. DLP, ALR has got that funny signature that we're looking at on the 90-day. So look for a target somewhere in here, maybe on the lower term time frames, to see if that can offset a bullish drive. All right. Given this is quite a tiny doji that we're looking at right here. Data sensitive. If it holds here, sure, it will be very easy for RO. If this candle stays exactly where it is for a month and 13 days, which we know it's not, There's your hidden bull div on your RO pushing through. So currently we don't have any volatility indicator readings. Now we do. What can we see here? This is 21 days. So 21 days obviously starting to come to its end. It's got another 4 days and 10 hours. So I think I'll pretty much be trading that on Friday, Saturday. Any closes below, can I bring that forward? Okay, any closes below 62,000. This is on Poloniex spot. Any closes below 62,350. I look for more continuation to the downside. Why? Hidden bear. DLP is pointing down. ALR, same thing. This guy hasn't flashed blue for a buy signal just yet. Furthermore, you fail. Obviously, if you can't break above that, and you start putting in little bear trappy traps around about 59, 680, it's going to help this hidden bear div push through. And that hidden bear div was built up from about $10,000 away. Okay. Don't hate the player, hate the game, bro. Here, 14-day, a little bit more actionable price action. Sorry, let me just say this thing is in volatility expansion. 21-day, it does have 4 days left worth of price action in it. The only reason this thing didn't shit the bed is because volatility is saying it's in pump mode. All right, so if momentum indicator is pointing down, volatility is saying in pump mode. I'm guessing it's going to lose, it's going to move into negative drift, which is a real thing. Negative drift phase if you start closing below $59,560, okay, in the next 4 days and 10 hours. 14-day, sure. I suppose the 14 days also what's stopping this thing from dick punching it through the roof. 14 days technically in dump mode, all right. Dump mode is, this is a fresh candle as well. It's got 11 days left, 11 and a half days. Dump mode, I would say, gets the legs to the downside at about $57,000. And if it does do that, I do look for a mean reversion to 45. Quick sticks, liquidate the boys, make them cry, and move on with your day. Okay, so you fail. You're going to look for, you start failing here. Let's just say 58,281. We do look for it to touch 57,065. You break there, you back down to whatever I said. I think it was like $45,000. Okay. Hold above here. RO does have an opportunity to push through, but the problem is the volatility. Well, not the problem. The edge is that the direction of volatility is stronger than the momentum indicators. So this is my primary observation. These are my secondary tools. And these things on the candlesticks are just letting me know where a good break would happen from, what's limiting, whatever it is, a mean reversion, okay? The fact that these are starting to point up, cool story, but we got to wait for bottom right in order to confirm these, okay? Here we have 7-day Laplace distribution cones. On the left, no skew in the cone. On the right, has skew built in, okay? Let's have a look-see here. Just keep it very simple on the 7-day. Any holding above 69,000, just call it 500 by the time it prints. Yeah, it looks bullish, fair, we'll give it 88. All right, but every time it's sort of getting up here, I don't know if there's enough liquidity to actually push it through. All right, like this is just searching for liquidity. Look at these wicks. It's like, wow, no one really wants to buy it, maybe above fucking 70 grand. I'm not saying no one won't, but if they do, you're looking at about a $88,700 Bitcoin. On no skew, on skew, you're looking at 87. And until the 7-day cone needs to be printed again, what do you know? We got a $120,000 Bitcoin there. And this one is saying a $45,000 Bitcoin, which is matching up with our 14-day mean reversion if we break the levels that are just here, right? Any failure, so your positive drift is sort of coming through. Okay, positive drift is contracting volatility whilst negatively correlated. And it's starting to match these bullish signatures. I would like a 7-day close above $60,820. All right, then cool. Then this does actually look like it has the legs to try push for again another $69,000 Bitcoin. There's a 10K observation, just call it a 8K observation from here, 9K observation from here. Okay, hold above there. These boys are going to go wild, which will confirm, well, this is confirming negative, positive drift is confirming that these boys will be allowed to run hardcore back up into its, whatever you want to call them, its outliers and shit. Okay, 5 days, same like 7 day, caught in a positive drift over here. I will suggest that this thing is wanting to actually catch a trend. Okay, its trend will more than likely come from if it to the upside, which looks like it's already played out actually. But it can hold this upside trend, all right, if it can hold about 58,934. Any failures below 59,000, whatever I said there, I need to actually get that one right because it's getting a bit lower. 58,965. Any holding above there, we do look for another retest here, furthermore back into the mean at 63K. Any failures here, our DLP does have the opportunity to pretty much push us back down into 54, and if it's going to have the legs back down to 45 grand, all right? So we have 44,950, 45,200 and something, and now again 45,560. Okay, so this is a pretty important place for me as I'm quantifying my data here with you today. I'm guessing some smart liquidity is sitting there for some reason. If they're not, then I'm sure they'll add into the book if it breaks their model. Okay. What we got here, our 3-day is looking for an RO, mean reversion. DLP has hit its outlier, obviously like shit, dude. That was like 10 grand ago. Well done. But yeah, 3-day, we will look for, this is pretty much no man's land, but just call $61,380. Start closing above there, pretty cool. You do have a $64,859 target. And back into 67.5. Start failing this, and you can't bounce here at 58,150. Back into 55, and tickets, baby. Tickets. Let's see if we have ultimate power mean lower, just as a safety catch. Everyone's actually above. Fail here, you have a zone of liquidity building at 55,650. Okay, so it is quite range bound here. This 3 days got a green JMA, so it might squeeze us until tomorrow's print. Let's have a look. You see here, 2 days got a hidden bear div, negative drift. The negative drift will help the hidden bear div, which will help turn the DLP around. ALR is to the downside. Our little, if it prints blue and you're short, uncover your trade. If it prints red and you're long, maybe start looking to take profits. Okay, here we have $57,000, which is a weekly observation, so it's not just for the 2 day. This is now for everything that comes above and below this, where we can see it here. All right, that's where your liquidity is sitting. 24-hour beautiful actual indicators that we have here. Smashed this last fucking top over here. Got it on the daily. Thank you very much. Goodbye. Come play with me, bro. Anyway, so failures below 59,103. Another touch to 58. Close below 58,310. We have this target here that we pulled out on the 2 day at 56,807. I would like Bitcoin to touch that number, 56,807. And try maybe put in a hidden bull div there if you're bullish, all right? But currently, with the hidden bear divs on these higher term timeframes, I think it's going to try push back through, all right? Bitcoin doesn't just make pretty much a $4,000 wick here. That's 49, yeah, so about a $4,000 wick here and not get retested, all right? That's like 10% of price action, just shy. Maybe like 8% of price action. So if the buyers were there, well, then let's go check if they're there again. All right. And what's sitting here? 49. Our previous targets were about 45.5. Okay. So that can limit it again. Let's go to the 12-hour. 12 hours starting to fold over here. Breaks to the downside. This is actually quite a nice little bounce on 12-hour. Since when we more than likely started the stream, it's pulling back up above the green lines when we get back to the 1 minute. It's in dump mode. I think it will cancel itself from dump mode at about 59,000, just call it 900 in the middle region here. Okay, 59,950. This is now on MEX BTC USD dot perp. All right, closed below 60,665. She mean reverts down. She's going to get the legs, and this dump mode is going to carry on. Okay, so maybe a last little flush happening here today. 6 hour, obviously we have just dumped out, but this has been so nice, this 6 hour ultimate power mean by the Alpha Trading boys. Perfect bounce, actually. That's actually really nice. That also hit the second -2 SDD on the day. Daily mean reversion here at $60,154. Perfect hit. Thank you very much. And our ultimate power mean was there. So start failing, and that's okay. We'll do it like this, but you'll get blind. All right, we'll just super zoom in here. This is actually a rather nice pivot. Start closing below daily VRE at $60,050. I would look for some more downside. Hold above here. I would say this thing could get a little bit more bullish. It didn't have its opportunity to hit 62,088 within the 6 hour reverse wave trend, considering it has smoked this thing twice to the downside. All right, came in, bang, 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 more than twice. All right. I would have expected it to try and mean revert for a 62,120. Okay. Let's say I can hold this ultimate power mean until, let's say, Sunday. Your initial target, which is actually being quantified quite nicely right now on this print, is this monthly VRE here at 62,701. All right. That would, if it holds above $62,077, bang, quick wick, baby. Then the bulls really have to get to work. Okay. And your next target is about 64,333. All right. Anyway, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of range for now. These guys are pointing down. Is sort of losing its trend here. But this RO trend is pretty much just beginning. This thing still has maybe another 24 hours worth of red print to the downside if it does continue. Okay. What do we got here? We're into the 3 hours, so a lot more actionable shit. We can see this pullback coming in, all right? Pullback happening on the 3 hour with negative drift. Okay, so a lot of, obviously we just shat the bed right now, hence why I started the stream where we did start the stream. So 59,850. This thing starts closing below here. This trend is still going to continue on the next print, okay? Thing is, though, in order to keep this thing, to actually try and break this trend, wherever this candle closes, you're going to have to take this length. And just to hold the trend, it's going to have to be about half the price. So let's just have a target expectation of back into reverse wave tendy. Okay, so it's 2.5, so that's 1.36%. So that'll get us to 3.99%. Just to hold the trend, it is actually 3.99%. Somewhere here, all right? Just to hold this trend, actually I gotta do it like this. It's gotta have to make a candle about 1.33% from here. Currently, if it was to close here, it would hit our reverse wave tendy to the downside, which is a safety zone, all right? In case there is something there, but it has to, at the end of the day, break -2 STD VRE to the downside, and there you have a reverse wave tendy for last little catch, maybe bullshit. If it does bounce out, look for a hidden bear div on the lower term timeframes at said -2 daily VRE. And yeah, so the 3 hour looking pretty good. Close below whatever target we had here, 59,850. You can imagine that this thing's going to continue to the downside. Okay, two of the faster moving guys have hit outliers. But I would look for one more candle. So in 2 3 hour prints, excluding this one. So in 6 hours and 30 minutes, I would look for maybe a healthier reversal or serious continuation to the downside. And what do we got here? We got the 90 minutes. 90 minutes, pretty nice there. 90 minutes saying If this doesn't want to carry on pulling up, she's going to try and sit here at 59,217. Fail 59,217. Soz, my guy, we're pushing back down here. So that's maybe a minus $500 move. To the downside, big, beautiful candle on CPI print. Gotta love Bitcoin. All right, what do we got here? 45 minute. Now we're looking for the intraday scalp. You start holding above 59,638, push back up to the upside. Start failing. This will be no man's land in between this shit. Start failing below 59,207. So you might bounce, you might get up there, reverse back down, start closing, let's just say 59,150 when it prints. More continuation to the downside. All right. Currently, when you see yellow lines like this, especially on the daily, that's its magnet. So I'm guessing by the time it closes, it really wants to try push back up into its daily magnet. All right. Let's see here, 15-minute Laplace distribution cone, old AVR for those guys. We've just gotten into the cone, which is helping us define this 45-minute no man's land. Yeah, hold inside this cone. We are looking for a push into the other side of the cone at 59,825. Furthermore, mean reversion on this cone. What's the volatility saying? It's all expanded, so we've still got 10 candles of contraction to come through. Hold above this cone here. Push back into daily VRE, into cone VRE mean. Pretty good shit. You're only really going to get that here in maybe 30 minutes, as the level on the right is matching about the blue line there. Okay. Which would, if you're getting into this cone, you're going back to daily VRE mean. Start closing below this cone. Let's just say this. Obviously, it's quite diagonal here. Just say closes below 59,450. Dude, flush. I'm going to watch this thing drop all the way down to 56 more than likely before the end of the week. All right. Quick change up here. We're going to go look at USDT dominance. So a little bit of a hard one there. This thing's already sort of had its move. Let me just turn these off. Okay, so anywhere you see extended lines are untouched yellows. So if this thing does have the legs, I would expect 5.96% dominance on USD over here. If it gets there, Bitcoin is bearish. All right. Furthermore, if it did get all the way up here, I'm looking for 6.19%. And that to me is about the $45,000 Bitcoin that we've been quantifying on the very high term time frames. Okay. Now let's go have a look. You see here that this is 90, 45, 15. What's everyone saying? Still in dump mode. Trend is coming to an end. 15-minute closes below 59,208. I think these are all on perps still. Close below there. Push it to the downside. What's going to counteract this trend? Close here on this one, 59,218. We go back to the 15-minute cone. All right. And what's that? Pretty good shit. That's nice. Why haven't you loaded here? Naughty girl. Naughty, naughty girl. Bang. Bang. Control zoom, zoom. All right. Let's have a look. You see. That's 2 minute, 3 minute, 3 minute, 3 minute, or 5 minute, whichever one looks the same. 5 minute. All right. Mean. That's what's preventing our cone. Zone of liquidity will start building here at 59,500. It's going to be a hard push. I'm guessing in 30 minutes, 59,955 becomes a viable target. There is going to be a shit ton of liquidity building up here, which is quite nice to see on the 5 minute. So let's give that until, this will be a bit late. So for me, it's going to be in about 24 minutes. There will be a nice zone of liquidity here, building at 60,390. Let's just go back to the 15-minute cone. 60,390. We got anyone here? Yeah, we do. 60,390 to the upside. So it's in the inside here. All right. Got to hold above these blues in order to push back up into there. All right. So zone of liquidity is building here. irresponsible liquidations or something like that. Liquidate the guys that are shorting here more than likely. All right, 1 minute just to show you the price action of, hey, you didn't save. You didn't save, you naughty. Anyway, we drew some lines in here somewhere. We were down here. We were expecting a hold above this. It's more than I can try shoot up. You fail this, it's going to come back down. All right, same thing applies. You start failing here, back to the green line. Fail this green line. We already have a few good downside targets. I think that's weekly +1 at 57,853. Start failing that back into 56,902. I'm very confident with the 56,902 target this week, maybe Monday, Tuesday open. All right, I don't see why we would get bullish on all this wicked structure on the high term time frames. I just think this thing is a shark looking for liquidity right now, and it's just out there to hurt you if you don't know what you're doing, man. So if you guys found this information helpful, please do like and subscribe. And furthermore, if you'd like access to our free tools, the gents at Alpha Trading's free tools, link is in the description below. Also, there's a private Discord of myself, which you can join. We can chat shit. When I have the time, I can teach you guys how to use the Alpha Trading tools in there or in the Alpha Trading tool Discord, all right? And all it really is the direction of volatility. It will look something like this if you get me to help you set it up. All right, just got columns. When it's red, volatility is expanding. And then Pearson correlation, if it is in, that's a dump mode. A hold above orange line will be a pump mode. And yeah, doesn't hold above that, just dump mode. Okay, so this does look like it wants to reverse here. But anyway, so you have some tools and you have direction of volatility that I can help dial you in. It's pretty much my Bible. It took me quite a while to learn this. There goes your push, hold above orange line. There's your liquidity at 59,252. All right, we would have to go to the high term time frames to see why this thing hasn't hit that target just yet. But yeah, you can ask for my help. I have only been blessed to learn what I learn. Thank you so much. If you enjoy this, jump in and let's kill it, gents. Much love. African Crypto Warlord out.